Welcome to the Silverthorne Pulse. I'm Kim Jardim with the town of Silverthorne, and I'm here today with Town Manager Ryan Highland, and we are here to recap the March 13th work session and town council meeting. Thanks for being here.
You bet.
Let's jump into work session first. We had a sustainability strategic plan update from our new sustainability coordinator. Well, not so new now, but our employee, Christy Diagati, and our consultant.
Yeah, Christy put out an RFP a bit ago to find a consultant to help us navigate through Silverthorne's own sustainable strategic plan. The council did adopt a number of years ago the climate action plan for the county, which is really kind of a broad, overarching policy document with some goals. But the consultant that we're working with now, West Herb, who also worked with Breckenridge a number of years ago on their plan, is creating a Silverthorne specific plan. So what really makes the most sense for our community. And so they've just embarked on that, and we're really giving a council an overview of what the process looks like moving forward. They've been doing some stakeholder interviews and kind of diving in. So just giving council an update there. And we do have an opportunity for the community. There'll be a presentation at the Pavilion on March 28th from 5:30 to 7:30. And folks do want to, if you're interested, you do want to get there at 5:30 because it's a program that runs for that full 2 hours. So it's not an open house kind of pop-in thing, which we frequently do. It is a program that will run for those full 2 hours. So again, March 28th at the Pavilion, an opportunity for the community to engage with staff and the consultant on where we're going with that plan. So kind of at the beginning of the plan, but giving council an update on the process and all of the stakeholders that we'll be reaching out to, and excited to be moving forward with that.
That's great. And it's my understanding that the plan is slated for completion around July of this year?
Yeah. Yep. So
great.
Spring, summer effort just getting kicked off now.
Excellent. And then we had the executive director, Tiernan Gannon, from the Wildflower Nature School, which is the new daycare facility in our community, give an update to council.
Yeah, I think that center's been open for about 6 months now, so it is brand new. And Tiernan's the exec director. The way that the center is structured, it's really a partnership between Silverthorne and Summit County. And so that's how we got the building constructed and how we essentially lease that space to an operator, which is the Wildflower School, and Tiernan runs that. So Silverthorne's really in the mix in childcare in a way that we have not been in years past with, we put the land under the deal there, put over $1 million into that, and then we also do a subsidy annually in perpetuity to keep that center sustainable. And additionally, although it's not directly linked to that center, the council and all of the other councils in the community and the county fund that countywide childcare tuition assistance program. And so also helping the center in that way and all of the other centers. Tiernan did share that I think of all the kids that are at the center now, about half are being assisted through that tuition program, which is great. She gave a breakdown of kind of who's enrolled at that center, and lots of Smith Ranch and Silverthorne families. It's kind of the bulk of who is at that school now. And hiring's been going well for her. Staffing's going well. It's a brand new building, and so just little things that they're working on here and there, and some playground upgrades that they might be able to make. So just an opportunity to stay connected to the council. And we do have a council member, Councilmember Glassman is on the board of the Wildflower Center, and so we're connected there as well. So just really excited to see that facility open, and it's going really well.
That's great. Excellent. And then our finance director, Laura Kennedy, gave some updates regarding the 2023 financial results recap and 2024 budget amendments.
Yeah, just recapping 2023, another strong year with respect to our finances. Sales taxes are the biggest part of our budget, and things have been going pretty smoothly. Slowing down a little bit, But I think when we talk about slowing down, we need to keep in perspective that we have been on this rocket trajectory since about 2020. Actually, even during that COVID year, things were great. So updates there, updates on some projects that we're rolling forward into 2024 that we weren't able to get accomplished in 2023. So a lot more to come from Laura at future work sessions. We're heading into the bigger lift of our 2-year budget cycle, and so we'll be starting that really this summer, and so we'll be hearing more from Laura. But overall, another strong year, more revenues than we've budgeted for, and under expenditures with respect to the budget. So that's the way you want to be.
Great. And congratulations to Laura and her group on the recent financial reporting award that they received.
Yeah, the mayor mentioned that at the council meeting as well, giving Laura and her team a shout out. The Government Finance Officers Association, they do awards for both budgets and annual financial reports, and Laura and her team have been securing those awards for many, many years. It's a pretty intensive process. Your budget has to really hit, I think there are about 40 different categories. You've got to have great narrative and a lot of different things in there. So yeah, thanks to Laura and her team for doing some great financial work as usual.
Mm-hmm. So moving into the regular town council meeting, we had an action item, which was a resolution approving a replat and final site plan for the Silverthorne Fire Station, which is going to be on Blue River Parkway, out at the north end of town near the Silverthorne Elementary School.
Yeah, this was a big deal, and it was great to have Chief Davis with Summit Fire and EMS there, and there's actually some applause, I think, after this item got approved, because it was really a long time coming. Great to see the fire district had really ramped this up in the last couple of years to get to this point. And so, yeah, as you mentioned, new fire station just north of, a couple things. North of the elementary school is sort of the first landmark, I guess, but then directly north of our public works facility, the Cottonwood facility. So those two buildings will be neighbors. And they've already been working on their building permit plans. So stay tuned for a groundbreaking ceremony from Summit Fire. And to start with, Chief Davis noted that they're in the process of hiring 6 folks, because a medic unit would be the first thing that would be based in that facility, and then ultimately that would turn into a fully staffed fire station. So actually, I think I have the date. I wrote the date down here. April 10th will be a groundbreaking, and so that is a great day for Silverthorne and for Summit Fire, and really for the whole county. So
absolutely,
big thank you to Travis and his crew for getting that moving.
I'm sure there are plenty of residents on the north end of our county that are really, really happy about this.
Yeah, this is a big deal.
Excellent. There was also, at the end of the regular meeting, there was an executive session between town staff and council.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have a request from a neighborhood to do a water interconnect, and so council and staff are reviewing that request. We have, just for everybody's knowledge, we have some other emergency water interconnect agreements, not with neighborhoods, but we do have them with special districts and other municipalities. So for instance, the town of Silverthorne and the town of Dillon work together, and if Dillon has a situation where they need some temporary water, we've got an interconnect where our system can supply them. And we actually did utilize that fairly recently. They had a tank issue that they had to drain, and so we were able to provide them some water. So we've got a neighborhood that's made that request, and we're trying to work through if that's feasible or not.
Okay.
So that was the exec session.
Excellent. So that was really it for our work session and our town council meeting. A few reminders, there's ballots in the mail right now.
Ballots are in the mail, and so encourage folks to make sure that they vote in the upcoming election. One of the things that they may want to educate themselves on a little bit with respect to one of the ballot items, we do have a ballot question that references the opportunity to increase the lodging tax. And one of the things that would come from a lodging tax increase would be a rec center expansion. And so if people are wondering about that expansion, if they go to silverthorne.org, and I think it's under Discover Silverthorne, and then you hit the rec center page, we've got the conceptual plans and drawings and some renderings of what that might be. So if people are weighing that particular ballot question, they may be interested to see where a good chunk of that funding would go initially would be to that project, so they can get educated there. And if anybody has any questions about that project, they can reach out to us at Town Hall or at the Rec Center. We'll also have some display boards in the Rec Center that identify that as well, so folks that are visiting the Rec Center can see what's on the table with that expansion. So,
excellent. I think it's important to note too, there won't be any in-person voting this April election.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just
all
mail-in
mail
or drop
ballots.
it in the box.
And there's a ballot drop box right at the front of Town Hall, and
Yes.
so those ballots are in the mail.
Excellent. And we have a really fun April 1st Friday coming up.
We do. We're doing Burning Snowman, which is a big hit, particularly in the Willowbrook neighborhood, because it's at the bottom of the neighborhood there. This will be the last Burning Snowman, because that overflow parking lot where we do that will be soon to be the Trent Park expansion. So we'll have the snowman first Friday, and then this spring folks will see a lot of activity there, because that's where the park will be expanded, and so a lot of construction and new amenities there. But yeah, Burning Snowman, one more time. We work with, speaking of Summit Fire and EMS, we work with them to make sure that we can do that safely, and it's a good night.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much everybody for joining us. We will see you next time.